I'm having a lot of fun with these micro jigs these days. It's an awesome way to fish, and it's really fun down at the beach as well. I spent the afternoon or early afternoon smashing herring. It was like shooting fish in a barrel with this little micro jig. With a little assist hook, it's pretty hard for him to flick the lure as well. Later in the video, I'll have a bit of fun down at the marina. So I'll just run through the gear that I'm using. I've got my Daiwa TD Hyper 8'6" rod. So this is 2 to 5 kilo. So it's a pretty light rod. It's sort of like a flathead brim rod that I use. So it's 8'6", which is good for when you're off the beach because you're going to get an extra sort of 5 to 10 meters of casting distance, which makes a big difference when you're using micro jigs. Having said that, a little brim flick rod will be fine here as well. Something that's rated to cast out those lighter lures, that sort of 5 to 15 gram mark rod. You also want a rod with a bit of flex in the tip so you can work the jig similar to you would when you're going squid fishing. And when you're using light line and you've got a light rod, you can feel where the jig is in the water, so that'll stop you from getting snagged and also help you do the lifts at the right time as well. I'm using 10-pound braid, which is probably a little bit heavy. This is a pretty thin diameter fins braid, so I think it still works okay. One thing having 10-pound braid compared to sort of your lighter 4-pound is that you're going to get, lose less lures when you do get snagged because you've got a bit of grunt to pull them out. Particularly with using micro jigs, and if you're using the trebles on the bottom and the assist hook on the top, you've got quite a lot of chance of getting fouled up on weed or rocks because you're literally hopping them up and down off the bottom of the, off the ocean floor, and you're dragging them over rocks and whatnot. So if you've got 10-pound, particularly off the beach, you can rip them out without sort of, snapping your leader and whatnot every 5 minutes. On a beach like this where there's not a real lot of structure and it's just seaweed, you can get away with 4-pound or even less. But you want to have a setup where you can fish a couple of applications, and if it's a really still day as well, you can always go with like a 4-pound leader as well, just so if you think they're getting line or leader shy. Here I've got 10-pound leader on because the herring aren't really too fussy today at all. I've got also my Abu Garcia Superior 3000, which is a sort of a mid-price reel that I bought when my Stratic was getting service to get me through. I've really liked this reel for the price point anyway. We'll see how long it lasts, but it's a great reel. You're not going to get that same sort of max drag that you get in your Stratics, where around that sort of 12 kilos or 10 kilos or whatever for a 3000, but you don't really need it. When you're using 10-pound line, you want your drag set to be about 30% of the line strength anyway. What we might see is, I guess, how much the salt impacts it, and so let's see if I get more than a year or two out of it. Technique's pretty simple here. Cast out, 3 flicks up, reel in, 3 flicks up, hook up. You can change it from single hops just to ripping the lure in, whatever really works for you. Here you see that I'm moving the lure a lot more faster than the previous retrieve here. Just constant flicks. And I'll rip it in and flick the wrist sideways. Again, you've got that flexi tip, you can move the lure a lot better. These micro jigs can get really annoying though when you've got that extra little assist hook that's constantly getting caught on your tackle bag, on your shirt or on your sleeve. Here again, I'll quickly go for the retrieve. A couple hops up, Bang. They were in plague proportions today. I could have been here for hours. I think I probably caught, I don't even know how many I caught. They were fish after fish after fish. When they're around, they can't resist the little micros. Those, anything from that sort of, 10-15 grams, great. As you've seen in a lot of my other videos, middles are perfect too. That afternoon I went to the marina with the perfect footwear for the occasion. Just what you want to be wearing running across these rocks. Got the spool open here just to let out a little bit of extra line to let the same 10-gram jig sink to the bottom. Just doing single hops here. Taking my time. This one felt good. I was about getting my fat ass down these rocks. In these bloody thongs. I still blame the thongs for getting busted off by that big Skippy. Skippy play dirty, they'll run you straight into the rock, so you got to be quick. So after losing that one, I tied on the next. I was using 10-pound leader as well. Didn't matter, got busted off straight away. I think that was my first or second cast from getting down here too. They love these little micros. Another lovely hookup. This one wasn't as big, but still felt alright. He's running me towards the rocks again. Just trying to pull him out. Skippy are definitely the most dirtiest fighting fish in the marina. Straight to the rocks. This poor Skippy copped it right in the guts. I was still kicking myself all night about getting smoked by the first one. Thanks for watching. Feel free to ask any questions in the comment section. And for more lure fishing, micro jigging videos around Perth and WA, please subscribe.